Mic check 1 2 1 2.
My sweet waifu.
Is that you?
One way or another.
Mic check, waifu. King Teliano, is that you?
What's good, Polo? What's happening, man.
What's up there, boy? What's up, boy?
Oh, bro. So I'm hyped. There's so much stuff to be hyped for.
Yeah, we got
at least I know for sure for me.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about. But first, it's welcome to episode 19 of Mic Check Waifu. I'm your boy Polo. That's King Teliano over there. And we just want to let you know that this podcast is brought to you by Lube Complex. Go to lubecomplex.com, use the offer code waifu to save on your entire cart. Look at their website right now. The date is October 20th on when we record this. They got some sick Halloween gear, dude. It's so good. So make sure you guys check that out and use that offer code waifu. It is also brought to you by our Patreon producers. You're going to see their name above us. But those names are Chris, Goodywin, Connor, and Monique. Thank you guys for supporting the show. We appreciate it. You guys keep the lights on. And if you want to support us, just go to patreon.com/MicCheckWaifu or visit the Teespring shop we have going where we sell some merch based off the art that our boy King Teliano draws. And as of right now, when you're hearing this podcast, there's a new shirt up there called MCWW Unique. That's a dope shirt. That shirt is actually incredible. So make sure you go to teespring.com/stores/MicCheckWaifu. No spaces, no dashes, nothing. teespring.com/stores/MicCheckWaifu. Because that shirt is so good. Anyway, on to the show. Okay. So what's the first thing we're going to talk about?
So first thing I want to say, this is episode 19 of Mic Check Waifu.
19.
That means it's been 3 episodes without Demon Slayer.
Oof. Okay. So I'm glad you said that. Because first, I do want to say I do miss Demon Slayer. But I do still feel My Hero is so much better.
And I mean, I don't think we really dived deep into why you feel My Hero is better.
Oh, God, that's easy. It's easy. I think we did, though. But I'm gonna go ahead and
let's reiterate.
Yeah, let me reiterate it. The characters of My Hero, all of the characters are spectacular, okay? This is a class of, 15 students or something like that? Sometimes I can't remember all their names. Sometimes I can't remember all their quirks, but I still love every last one of those characters. Like that's just it. From the villains to the heroes, every last one of them, to the supporting teachers, to the parents. Well, I mean, we only really know 2 parents though. I need the entire show. Well, as of right now, but I love them. They're great characters. Yeah. And then the morals and the motives, Demon Slayer kind of has the same morals and motives because of course it's shonen, right? But it's more, I don't know, it feels more developed, which I mean, it's 4 seasons in, so it should be.
It is. It's 4 seasons in, so it definitely should be more developed. But one of the things about that I would say sets Demon Slayer, or not Demon Slayer, My Hero apart is that Demon Slayer feels almost like something that's outside of the reach of everyday life. My Hero feels a little bit closer. Even though it's ridiculous, let's be real, we don't all have superpowers like that,
right?
But it's relating to our world where 80% of our world is normal, and there's 20% of us that may have some kind of natural birth defect or something like that. So 80% of their world is heroes. So to them, that's normal. So it feels almost more I guess it can be more realistic.
Grounded,
whereas Demon Slayer is this is a niche, small world, and hey, we're demon hunters. That's a much harder world to break into. I can't just go out here and say, hey, I'm gonna be a demon hunter today. Or that's not a mainstream commercial thing. That's something they show in the final episode.
Right.
That demon slayers can't even walk around with their swords, and they out here actually doing good for the world, you know?
Right. And they don't even know what trains are. Like it's feudal, right? It's feudal Japan. You got like the demon slayers being more an underground type of organization where my hero is, their goal is to become a hero or to become a villain. Like,
yeah,
it's either, that's kind of like cut and dry like that. But I mean, still though, it's just better. Even as dark as this episode got, but we'll talk about that in the second half of the show. Let's talk about some other anime that we've been watching this summer season. I'm going to start off with a continuation of Fire Force. And I just want to brag about how great and underrated this shonen is, because again, we have a larger conversation revolving around shonen that we're going to talk about later too, which may be in about a few minutes. But Fire Force is probably the most underrated like shonen out there. It gets no love. Do you notice that on anime Twitter?
I don't notice that.
You don't notice that they don't get no love?
I feel like Fire Force get a lot of love, especially Shinra. I mean, hey, I'm just saying what I think I see. I could be wrong on what I see.
I mean, look,
I feel like
use our Facebook group. Join our Facebook group. Use our Facebook group as an example. Shinra gets no love. What do you mean? What do you mean?
But all right, we also, our Facebook group, the most active people aren't shonen fans in our Facebook group. Even most of our mods, like Connor.
Yeah. No,
his first anime wasn't even shonen.
Right.
Jolie, only shonen he really likes is like Dragon Ball.
Mm-hmm.
Terry, he's probably got a pretty expansive list in comparison to the other two.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna guarantee almost as well that his top 5 isn't necessarily all shonen, comprised.
Right.
So even our mods, like our top 10 contributors, if you exclude us, aren't really big shonen fans,
That's true.
And I was actually just looking at our top 10 contributors, and they're like, yeah, a lot of them aren't huge shonen fans. So
okay, so if you don't mind, okay, let's put Fire Force to the side. Fire Force, the most recent episode 13 was fire. Pun intended. Check it out, dude. It's so good. Like, it's so good. They're digging.
Unintended.
Yeah, they're digging deeper and deeper into this whole situation to where, infernos are being made. They're in this the company's town, and they're basically helping them out go through this crazy situation. But that's beside the point. Watch Fire Force. It's worth the watch. We got a big topic that I think we should get right into before we go into more anime. Now, our boy, Big Mo, the homie.
Hey.
Okay, that's the brother from another. Like, he's been close to us since we were kids, and like
since I was in 4th grade.
Yeah, and me in 7th. That's how specific that is. He posted something that he pulled from a different anime group and posted it in ours. Now, what he posted was kind of crazy, because what it was a list of it says okay. Now, the list, people was giving this list a hard time because it even states in the list, which I don't think people saw, at the top, it says Shonen in a nutshell. Okay. Now, it's a huge meme list of, like, it has something called the Big 3, God tier, underrated, new generation, trash, and old school. Okay. So in the Big 3 for Shonen, it has One Piece, Naruto, Bleach. Okay. Remember, it says no Shonen in a nutshell. Then it says God tier. And they feel Full Metal Alchemist, Hunter x Hunter, Attack on Titans, JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, and Gintama. In a nutshell, for Shonen is God tier. They say underrated. Okay. The underrated is the Kingdom of, hard to see. Oh, the Kingdom of Magi, which is, I love the anime. That's
right.
A really great anime.
Right.
Taroki, that's a great anime. What is this? Reborn. I never heard of that.
Hitman Reborn.
Hitman Reborn. You heard of that?
Yeah. It's the kid is a mafioso, and he has to become the head of a mafia group, basically.
Oh, okay. Well,
you wouldn't have heard of it, bro. No. I didn't like it, but it got better. It got better towards the end, but I didn't like it. No.
Okay. Also on this list, it has New Generations, The Promised Neverland, The Seven Deadly Sins, Black Clover, My Hero Academia, Doctor Stone, Demon Slayer, and Fire Force.
All of those are dope except for Black Clover.
Facts. And then you got...
If you read Black Clover, it's one thing, sorry.
And then you got old school. You got Slam Dunk, Yu Yu Hakusho, of course, Dragon Ball Z, Rurouni Kenshin. Oh, God, Rurouni Kenshin's so fucking good. Saint Seiya, which is good, too. Fist of the North Star, which I heard was great.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last topic in this meme was trash. Boruto and Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail ruined itself with that time skip, but we'll talk about that at another time.
Mm.
Okay, so that's Shonen in a nutshell. What do you think about that?
I feel like...
Okay, what do you think is right in this, I should say?
I feel like that list was pretty dead on for like the initial appearance of Shonen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so when you initially talk to an anime fan that's into Shonen, I think 100% that was right for the initial appearance.
Right.
Not necessarily right for the 100%. Like, this is what everyone who likes anime is going to think. Mm-hmm. But for your everyday Shonen fans, oh yeah, that's the list. And even some of those, obviously, because Boruto isn't going to be trash to everyone. Mm-hmm. But like to your older Shonen fans, Boruto is going to be trash. To your newer Shonen fans, Boruto might be fire because Boruto has some good scenes from what I've seen. Like, actually, like I watched like 30 or some of the episodes. It has some really good like scenes, and I think it did justice to the Naruto movie, or the Boruto movie / Naruto. But those are only good scenes, like good moments where you have great fights and stuff like that. But really, like the story and stuff behind it is low key trash. And I don't really care about all that.
Yeah,
like it's not a good story.
The list is fine. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Coming from me, I don't give two shits about this list at all. Okay, let me tell you why. Because my anime like variety is so vast. Like, I can do without all of these, even My Hero, even Demon Slayer, and still be perfectly fine, right?
Yeah, have a pretty good.
Yeah, exactly. Still have a list of good shows to watch or to love. Not a lot of people can say that in anime Twitter. A lot of people would like only watch Shonen. They only know Shonen, and it's so much more. And that's what I feel like I want to share with y'all today. This podcast is for the people who are not all about Shonen, okay? Now, don't get me wrong. My Hero, Demon Slayer, even Dr. Stone, more so Fire Force, are all fantastic Shonen. Like, I love them to death, okay? But, like, this list, I don't know, like the big three, One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach. Get Bleach and One Piece out of there for me, okay? Put Full Metal Alchemist in the big three and put Hunter x Hunter in the big three, okay? Even if you don't want to do Full Metal Alchemist, we could do Attack on Titan in the big three. And I would still keep those in God tier. Like, that's how savage I am. You know what I'm saying?
If I had to do that,
yeah,
I would keep the big three the way they are, mostly because the big three is about sales, not about how much people like it. You know, like,
I mean, it is about how much people like it. That's why they call it the big three. Yeah,
but the big three are the big three because those are the sales they make. They were the big three because they had the best sales for that generation. They not gonna be necessarily my big three, but right. that's just the fact of the matter. So I'm not gonna change the fact. But God tier, 100%. Attack on Titan, Hunter x Hunter. Yep. Yeah, I can keep those in God tier because, like, legitimately, I can't even remember episodes that I didn't like.
Right. I would kick out JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, even though everybody says it's good if you try to watch it. I'm just not gonna try to watch it. Sorry.
Yeah, everybody tell me I gotta get past the first season. I'm like, I gotta skip a whole season, my dude?
Yeah, like, no. If you gotta watch a whole season for it to be good, then it ain't good.
It's not good.
Old school, that's dope. But there are some old schools that's missing. Well, like, what you think that's missing in here, Shonen wise?
So,
and if you don't say it, I'm gonna be highly disappointed in my younger brother.
Here's my thing: is that, like,
it's just one.
What, that's missing?
Yeah. In old school specifically. I'm disappointed, brother. Inuyasha, bro.
But here's the thing.
That's shonen. It's 100% shonen. You can't tell me it's not.
Is it though?
Yeah, why isn't it not?
I don't think Inuyasha is shonen. Because I think Inuyasha would have been too much for old school shonen.
Have you seen Demon Slayer?
I said old school shonen.
Oh, okay. You got me on the technicality. You got me on the technicality for sure. You said old school shonen. That's a fact because
I mean,
Demon Slayer and Inuyasha is literally the exact. You can almost call it the exact same premise, almost minus the whole. Just a position of like, oh, it's a Demon Slayer organization slaying demons. What are they doing in Inuyasha? They're slaying demons for those shard fragments. Like
and Inuyasha, it wasn't Shonen Jump for Shonen Sundays, and it ended in Shonen in 2008. So yeah, technically it was Shonen.
That's what I thought.
I figure it wouldn't have been Shonen because a lot of Shonen around that time wasn't very bloodthirsty. And you know how Inuyasha gets in a couple of scenes.
I mean, Yu Yu Hakusho was.
I guess that's true. You're right. Yu Yu Hakusho was very bloodthirsty.
Yeah. And I love Yu Yu Hakusho. Spirit God. It's fantastic. Just fantastic. But man, like
best tournament arc ever.
For 100,000,000%. Now, this also sparked some debate in our Facebook group. Got some fantastic comments. There was one that I specifically wanted to read that was from Christian Pittman. Dude, this guy's awesome. He's a cool dude, super chill dude. But he say, I know people love Bleach and Naruto, but I cannot just understand why. They are so filler heavy and well, the plots aren't really anything groundbreaking. Dude, this guy has from my own heart. And the characters are so one-dimensional. I'm not trying to rag on anyone's taste here. I just feel like there's so many better anime out there. And I could not agree with that more wholeheartedly, bro. Like, the filler in Naruto and Bleach are gross. But let me talk about Bleach specifically. Bleach filler, dude. I think if you look back, I think it was season 2 or 3. One of those seasons was full filler. The whole thing. A whole season of filler, bro? How? How? Naruto, you had there's a list. I'm sure you're familiar with this list. If you Google Naruto filler right now, take the time to Google it. I'm going to give our listeners time to Google it. Naruto filler. Okay. Naruto fillers list. Once you pull up this list, Jesus Christ, dude. Holy cow. Okay. So, filler episodes, just to give you an example, 57 to 71 is filler episodes. 90 to 112 is filler episodes. Come on, bro. 427 to 450? How many episodes is that? That's a full season right there. You're killing me, Smalls.
Hey, bro, when you got 900 episodes, you got room for filler.
You got 900 episodes because there's so much filler.
That's wild, dude.
That's nuts, man. Like,
hey,
put that in perspective.
Let's look at this. Let's look at Detective Conan.
Oh, jeez.
Filler list.
Okay, but the point of Christian's point was like they're so one-dimensional, and the plots for the fillers aren't really that groundbreaking. And he's right. The Conan plots are actually groundbreaking because they always have something to do with the case.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's always retaining to the case, something that led up to the case.
Well, I just want to say this, looking up Detective Conan.
Mm-hmm.
Guess how much of it is filler? Just guess an amount.
65%.
Out of 957 episodes. You said how much percent?
55%.
That's crazy. That's a lot. It's 42%. You can't have more than half that. But 42% of it being filler is ridiculous.
I kind of thought it would be more, only for the simple fact is the way the Conan that show is set up. Detective Conan is set up.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
That's a lot of filler, bro.
But it was meaningful.
That's just because, I mean, yeah.
Is Naruto's like meaningful? Like,
it's just like side story. Like sometimes they do the chibi Rock Lee scenes.
I hate those.
Everybody chibi. Some people like it. I haven't really watched it. I tried one episode and I was like, yeah, I'm good on this one.
Yeah. It's bad. I don't know. I feel like he said, there's so much better anime out there. Like, why would you consider, I mean, again, this list, I guess maybe we were looking at the list as if it didn't say shonen in a nutshell. It clearly states that on the list.
Now, I also, when we had this list, right? Mm-hmm. We had one of our friends or one of our people in the group. Yeah. He had a comment. Alan or Gov Pancakes, check him out. He was talking about, why he would make a different list. And I said, you know what? If you have something to say about the list, bro, make me a list. Took my dude 10 minutes. Bro. Took my dude 10 minutes to come back with his own list, right? All right. You already read his list, Polo?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So his big three would be Mobile Suit Gundam, Fist of the North Star, and Detective Conan, which all in their own right are great selling anime. Mm-hmm. His old school would be Astro Boy, legit old school. Wow. Cyborg 009, Blue Gender, Shadow Skill, Lupin III. All of those legit old school anime, like 1980s or before.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we have, for his God tier, you got Black Lagoon.
Yes.
Full Metal Panic.
Yes.
And Berserk. All fire. I mean, I know Polo don't really like Berserk, but for many people, that would 100% be God tier.
Berserk is like a classic.
Yeah. His underrated contains one that I would consider is highly underrated, and I don't see how people don't watch it more. Cashern, Gungrave, Airmaster, Golden Boy, and Ice Shield 21. So I only know about Gungrave and Cashern, but 100% Cashern is underrated.
Facts. Needs
more love. The sleeper hits, because we gotta have sleeper hits on here. Black Cat, Gantz, Unlimited Psycho Soldiers.
Gantz, dude, yes.
And then this is one that I'm pretty sure is near and dear to my heart, and I hope becomes near and dear to Polo's heart. Erased.
Oof, yeah. I haven't started it yet, man.
Connor was talking about it. He was telling me, he's like, how many episodes is Polo in? I was like, I don't know. Fruits Basket and Working.
Yeah.
New School, one of these Polo don't necessarily watch because of the art style. Mob Psycho 100.
Yeah, gross.
It is fire. It is so good, bro. Check it out. And it's not necessarily a shonen, but One Punch Man and Kill la Kill.
Ooh, Kill la Kill. That's not shonen, but yeah, it's legit.
And then the trash list, which I kind of don't necessarily agree with this. Well, so Inuyasha, I'll put in the trash list because I'm not watching Inuyasha ever again.
Yeah, we tried though.
I tried, bro.
It's not good.
Evangelion in the trash list?
No.
Maybe this new Netflix one, but he said OG Evangelion.
Nope, not even the Netflix one. He's wrong. You're wrong, Alan.
And then Blood Seed. And I can rock with Blood Seed.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
I mean, but most of this list actually I think is 100%. Like, I'll take that. That's legit.
It's pretty good. That's pretty good. But now with that shonen list, it also made me think, man, everybody ever talk about a shonen. So I got some of our homies to give us some of their top 5 non-shonen anime. You can't allow it. Shonen is not allowed in this list. And we have quite a few responses on Twitter. I reached out to 2 other anime podcasts, also hosted by African American fellas and ladies. They're dope. I mean, Worst Generation podcast. It's an amazing podcast. Check them out. They're more so on a heavy shonen side. They talk about like manga and One Piece quite a bit. They do a lot of like questions on Twitter, like versus or who would wins, as well as Blanime podcast. They're just so entertaining. The host of that don't like One Piece just like I don't. But they gave us their top 5 non-shonen anime. And then we have another one here that we'll read later. Okay. So the Worst Generation podcast is first. Their top 5. And their top 5 is The Rising of the Shield Hero, Mob Psycho.
Fire.
Mob Psycho is kind of shonen, but not really. You got Erased, Goblin Sayers, and one of my favorites in this list, Bungo Stray Dogs. Whew. That is incredible.
Yeah.
That is incredible. And then we got from Blanime podcast. Again, check those 2 podcasts out there. They're dope. You got Shield Hero, Death Note, Assassination Classroom. Yes, that's a great one. And then they also got Parasite. Yeah.
I was gonna say that, but I was gonna wait till I could get my own list. I was gonna say something, but it's cool.
The Promised Neverland. And they also responded.
Promised Neverland is technically shonen, but
yeah. They also referenced man, this list made me realize that I watched too much damn shonen, basically. Another one, okay, it's from a guy who also supported the show like a lot, man. He's a dope dude. Comes from Philip J. Woodward. Philip J. Woodward on Twitter. So give him a follow. Really nice dude. Supported us a lot. Listen to every episode that led up to the most recent. And we can't thank you enough for the feedback you given us. Okay, so no order, but he got Serial Experiments, Lon. I haven't heard of that one. Monster, Perfect Blue, Elfen Lied. I love that. And Ghost in the Shell. He said, I try to stay away from fighting anime as well, just for fun. So he gave himself an even bigger handicap.
Yeah.
By staying away from the fighting anime.
It's an anime that I'm like listening for that I'm not hearing. I'm surprised.
We got another one to go. Here we got from Maku-kun, or his Twitter is Killswitch815. He said, Bakuman, Your Lie in April for number 2. Rascal Does Not Dream of a Bunny Girl Senpai, which is a fantastic anime, actually. Holy crap, you want to talk about a psychological, that's a really good one. Rascal Does Not Dream of a Bunny Girl Senpai. Check that out. Highly recommend. March comes in like a lion. I haven't heard of that one, which I want to probably check out. And then the 5th one is Haiku. Haiku is really fucking good. It's a slice of life anime that I would again recommend just as much as I recommend Just Because. And shout out to Connor for letting me know that he just finished Just Because that's a great anime. Let's see here. I think we may have one more. Dude. No, I think that's it. But Bungo Stray Dogs, bro.
So here's what I was listening for that I didn't hear, right? We got Gurren Lagann.
Ooh, yeah.
Not a shonen. Tokyo Ghoul. It's not a shonen. Like I said, Casshern Sins, the Monogatari or Godary series. Obviously, they said Parasite, Polo, Steins Gate is not a shonen.
I know. That's why. Okay, let's give ours, and I'm gonna just do mine. Okay, real quick.
Yeah, because I basically just gave a pretty decent list for myself. But go ahead.
Exactly. Here's mine.
I'm only add Death Parade is not a shonen. That's one I would add.
Exactly. I'm gonna just tell you to go back to listen to episode number 1. Listen to my top 5, but take out My Hero and put in Astro Lost in Space. Done. Done, dog. So for those of you that don't know, I'll go for it. It's Clannad, okay, Steins Gate, ReZero, Astro Lost in Space, and Grimgar. from the ashes of Grimgar. That's it. Yep. That's as simple as that, bro. It's fire.
Fucking fire list right there, bro.
Yeah. That's just my top 5 in general now, dude. Asher Lost in Space knocked out My Hero.
I was just talking about that. That Asher Lost in Space is a banger, bro.
Yeah.
It's definitely a top 5 for real.
100%. What was yours? I'm sorry for interrupting yours.
Oh, no, you good. I'm just talking about for Shonen. Not necessarily. This isn't necessarily my top 5 Shonen. I was just saying. We got Tokyo Ghoul, Gurren Lagann, which 2 series I really love. You know, Parasite the Maximum is one of my all-time favorite series. Obviously, ReZero is one of my all-time favorite series. The Monogatari or Gatari series is all really good. Madoka Magica is another non-shonen that I watched. It's a magical girl shonen where it's actually really freaking dark.
Yeah.
You seen it, right?
Yeah.
Hey.
It's so good.
But that's mostly all I can muster right now. Cash Earned Sins is one that I said.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad you brought up Grimgar, bro. Because that was
Grimgar is fire, man. I love Grimgar so much. If you haven't seen Grimgar, watch it, please. Dubbed or subbed, it's phenomenal. What's so beautiful about it is the art, man. The backgrounds are like painted, like watercolor painted, and the way they interact with the environment almost kind of remind me of how beautiful Made in Abyss was. It's so good, dude. It's so perfect. It's one of the best isekai, however you say it, anime out there. Isekai, yeah. It's so good, dude. It's probably the best. I'm gonna say it. I just said it. I don't care, whatever. Because
it is amazing.
Because it's not all about the most powerful or being the most powerful. It's about being real. More Goblin Slayer-esque, but even darker than Goblin Slayer.
So, since you were talking about beautiful, can I go into a little bit of anime talk?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's do it.
Let's talk about beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So, what was it? 2 weeks ago, I talked about Fate Grand Order, Absolute Demonic Front, Babylonia.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what I had watched was only like the special. It wasn't the official series. But now I've just caught up on the 3 episodes that actually came out for the actual series.
Mm-hmm.
This fucking, yo.
It's good.
Yo. I am disappointed.
Whoa.
I did not watch these 3 episodes sooner.
Oh, but man, you cannot do that, bro.
Yo,
I almost quit the podcast forever.
You could tell off the bat, dude. It was so good. Like they open up, right? Because I told you in the special they opened up with a fighting scene.
Yeah.
In this one, they didn't open up with a fighting scene. It opened up where that special left off.
Mm-hmm.
And then they tell you, we're traveling back to 2600 BC where King Gilgamesh is.
Yo, boy.
And we like, oh shit, King Gilgamesh. They get back. As soon as they get in, it's a bunch of these like demon dogs or demon lion things, and they fight them. They kill them. They're like, okay, that's kind of cool. They strong enough to kill them. Bam. But 20 more pop up, and they not strong enough to fight. It's a girl with a shield. It's his servant, and then it's a regular mage who don't really have any special spells or nothing like that.
Right.
They about to get mocked by these demon lion things. Then this like flying servant, I would have thought she was a servant when I first saw her, come flying through, and she's like she fall from the sky and land on dude, basically crushing him with her vagina. And
Jesus.
She see all these demon dog or lions, and she just start mopping them like dog. And I'm like, oh, you must be Gilgamesh's little sister or some shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
She not. But no, like that's what I missed about the Fate series, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that like, so the last couple of Fate movies I told you about, the storyline was trash to me.
Yeah.
This feels so much more like well put together. Like they had the storyline, they know where they're headed, what direction they're going to, and it's animated so fucking well, Polo.
I bet
it looks so good.
It's ufotable, right? Or
it is. It's ufotable still.
Jesus, yeah.
I mean,
I can only imagine how good it looks.
It just looks so good, bro. And I would recommend anyone to go watch it. I posted a a video in the group.
I just saw
like
it, yeah.
when they walk up on Gilgamesh and Gilgamesh like, okay, it's on site. And that's not really what happened.
No, of course not.
So
he just said, say less.
Yeah, one thing I want to talk about, because I was like blown away when I found out that the great mage Merlin is in the show, right?
Ooh.
This is like the Merlin from Lord of the Rings, Merlin from history, like the Merlin who never dies. So like the whole idea of a servant is that you can't become a servant unless you die. Mm-hmm. So how is Merlin, the person who never dies, a servant? Exactly. This is where they officially confirm that there are other singularities or timelines, right? Oof. And that's how Merlin was able to come here or be a servant, is because in this timeline, he doesn't technically exist. So they were able to summon him as someone who exists. They also said that really high level mages like Gilgamesh are able to summon other super high level like servants, right? So since Gilgamesh is alive in this timeline and he's not a servant, he's never died. Yep. He's so strong because they identified us that Gilgamesh is part god, part human. So he has the powers of gods, but he's a human basically.
Insane.
And he had these are the heroes he summoned. Merlin, Leonidas the Spartan.
Oh my God, over. I'm done.
He summoned, hey bro, that's what I was saying. He summoned where is she at? Ushiwakamaru, which is a Japanese warrior who was on the battlefield. Benkai, who was a monk, and basically he was a traveling monk who went from like a pacifist all the way down to an actual warrior, like a rogue warrior who would do battles for money or whatever. But these are actually like legendary heroes he summoned, and he got 4 of the like most ridiculous like fucking people you can summon.
Right, clearly.
And he's Gilgamesh. And he's Gilgamesh.
And he's Gilgamesh. Dude.
He literally has on that scene I shared where he's fighting our protagonist. He's actually the woman that we meet in the beginning. Her name is Ishtar. She's a god, obviously. Ishtar is the god of Easter. Yep. Before they, it was supposed to be Ishtar, whatever. But she comes in and says, "Hey, I'm gonna take, Uruk from you because you took it from me or whatever." And he's like, "Look, I'll see you later." And she just starts trying to shoot the fair ones with Gilgamesh, and everybody else is fighting her, but Gilgamesh is sitting in his chair. She tried to cast this magic spell. Like, this is a god. She tried to cast this spell, and Gilgamesh's hand lights on fire, and her spell just cancels out. I'm just like, the fucking goat, dude. He is literally the goat. I'm amped for this. I can't wait till next week, bro.
Damn. Fuck, I wish I could just watch it like without having to not be completely lost. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I get it, bro.
I want to so much. It's so much because you would go in there lost, wouldn't you? If I just started from here.
Not this one. This season has no correlation to any of the previous seasons. Even if you don't watch the movie, it's not needed for this. So all I was saying,
it'd be a fresh start on the story and characters then.
Basically, because how this works is how this story is. It's called the 7th singularity, right? So they've already previously gone to 6 previous singularities where they're trying to correct the issues with the Holy Grail War, right?
Right.
The Holy Grail, every time you use it, it creates a new timeline.
Ah, okay.
So that's why everyone is so lost on the story, because you're supposed to be. Every timeline is different because they use the Holy Grail, so it will never be the same.
That's why they got that slice of life one too, right?
Right.
Oh,
so shit. This is like the main continuation, the main singularity, where they are going back and fixing what happened with the Holy Grail. And basically what this means is like, this is the final one they're going to do, where they try to stop the entire eradication of humanity that happened in 2017.
Right. Okay. All of us have homework that listen to this podcast. Watch the Fate series. Okay.
Don't leave me hanging.
We have to watch the Fate series now, because there's no way. There's no way we shouldn't. Like, let's do it. Let's write a report on it. It's going to be a post that's going to be open to everyone on our Patreon. For those of you that read it, let's fucking watch this and then review it on our Patreon. Okay.
If you liked Demon Slayer, especially for their animation.
Yes.
Every episode of this was fire.
Tail's gonna write up the order force in the post. Dude. Oh fuck, we have to.
So good.
We have to watch it. We just have to watch it. All right, man. With that, let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna be talking about my hero, our review of episode 2 of season 4 of My Hero Academia. So we'll see you guys in a little bit. Enjoy this nice, beautiful tune from I don't know where. Insert name here. Here we go.
Say I need a cosign, told me I need a playlist. Sign on the line, say they gon' make me famous. Say they're paying attention, hit me in the DMs. People I would never kick it with on the weekend. Sharks in the water, blood on the shoreline. Early had a buzz, now we sitting on the sideline. They say I need anything, just tell me down a little. I can't lose my heart, got a muscle in the middle. And I move in silence, no meanings, can't find me. I won't change, you ain't gon' see my face. I'm just here for your entertainment. You can play me loud until you play me out. Give you something sweet, you can taste it. You can chew me up, baby, you can spit me out. I'm just here for your entertainment. You can play me loud until you play me out. Give you something sweet, you can taste it. You can chew me up, baby, you can spit me out. And while you still in Cleveland, you should stack up bills and leave your friends behind. Get a mansion in the hills, and soon you're dating models, feed into the memes. Here is your advance, it's the only dough you see. I lose myself in a hype, sipping on the Kool-Aid. When I come back out, then it's gonna be too late. Just another cliche, dreams I never see. Saw my life away when someone else's pain. And I move in silence, no meanings, can't find me. I won't change, you ain't gon' see my face. And I'm just here for your entertainment. You can play me loud until you play me out. Give you something sweet, you can taste it. You can chew me up, baby, you can spit me out. I'm just here for your entertainment. You can play me loud until you play me out. Give you something sweet, you can taste it. You can chew me up, baby, you can spit me out. I'm just here for your entertainment.
And welcome back to Mic Check Waifu episode 18. You just heard a gem, brother. You just heard a gem. That song is absolutely incredible. Hope you guys enjoyed it as well. While we were on the break, we put up the new latest waifu up on the Teespring store. Remember, teespring.com/stores/Mic Check Waifu. MCWW Unique, she's up there now. So go check her out. She's up in women's, men's, and a hoodie. If you want to see us put it on anything else, let us know, and we'll do our best to get it on there. You want a coffee mug of it? You got it. Just let us know. But this is the portion of the show where we talk about one anime, where we bring you a recap of My Hero. My Hero.
Hey.
My Hero Academia, season 4, episode 2. And boy, it's tell right. It was definitely a hot one. So what you got for us, brother?
So first of all, I just need y'all to know this episode not entirely embodies what I like about season 4, but brings to everyone, brings to light what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Overhaul is a monster.
Yeah, literally, quite literally a monster.
So after All for One is completely taken out, this episode, we kind of start off with the League of Villains sitting around in like a warehouse doing their own thing. You know, Shigaraki and his goons sitting around doing their own thing. And they say, is he coming? And he's like, yeah, he should be on his way. He should almost be here. And we see this guy walk in. He's got like the old witch doctor, like beak mask
plague
on.
Doctor mask.
A plague doctor, sorry. And then he's a young skinny dude, right? And he's got like this suit on and this jacket with this fur collar, right?
Yeah.
We're like, okay, this guy walks in.
Kind of fresh.
Yeah, kind of fresh. I had this dude as my wallpaper for the longest time, bro. Because I love everything about this guy.
Yeah, he's
but
deadly.
I really don't love everything about him. I just love his character. But he walks in and, you know, basically he's telling, you know, he introduces himself. Not really, but he comes in and he's giving everyone like kind of like the look. And they're like, so you came here to join the League of Villains. And he tells Shigaraki, no, that's not what I came here for, actually. So what did you come here for?
Yeah.
And my guy is like, basically, I came here to get you to join me. I need money. I need people. And for me to get money, I need people under me so that I can initiate my plan.
Right.
And Shigaraki is like, why would I ever join you? Like, for what reason? And why do you think you would be like, why would you think you'd be good? He said, well, with All for One being gone and One for All being gone, there needs to be a new leader for the dark side, for the villains.
Yep.
And I'm going to be that leader. Right off the bat, he's showing some motivation and inspirations that like aspirations that Shigaraki has not shown us, right?
Not yet.
Right off the bat. And Shigaraki obviously thinks he should be a leader, but Shigaraki's like, you think you're going to be a leader? Mm-hmm. And, you know, All for One is the one who trained me. And he's like, but do you have a plan? Do you even know how to use your pawns? You had 3 top tier, easily, you know, capable of defeating, you know, top 5 heroes.
Yep.
Hero Killer Stain being one of those.
My boy.
And you couldn't even use those pawns correctly. You could not use your pieces correctly. And he has a point. Hero Killer Stain ended up getting defeated by some teenagers. Now, yeah, he got jumped, but you would put him in the right place at the right time. Yeah, he got jumped. Yeah, but if you'd put him in the right place at the right time, he could have took out Endeavor.
Mm-hmm.
Realistically, if he had cut All Might, he could have took out All Might. All he needed to do was just cut him. Didn't need to do anything else. And with Hero Killer Stain's, you know, mind, realistically, like there's a lot that they could have done.
Didn't he say that All Might? I know this is a little side tangent from the episode, but didn't he say All Might is the only one that's actually can call himself a hero, and why he wouldn't do
Hero
it?
Killer Stain loved All Might.
Yeah, that's why.
So he wouldn't have fought All Might. Right. Yeah, he wouldn't like have fought All Might. But you put Hero Killer Stain in the right position where All Might has to fight him.
Right.
Hero Killer Stain has to defend himself. Right.
Right.
But after, you know, our boy Chizaki, or, you know, Overhaul, kind of goes off on his tangent and tells him, you know, he got the hand down too, and he's pulling this glove, talking about how he's going to be the leader, next leader. Shigaraki's like, nah, I'm tired of hearing this. And his magnet dude with the big lips runs up and is like, yeah, we're not having that. Runs up on him, and he magnetizes Chizaki and has him, like, pulls him towards him. And we see this little red like bullet hit a lip dude, or a magnetic dude, and we see Overhaul. All he does is takes one finger, his left pointer finger, touches the guy's forearm and strokes it, and boom, from the waist up, completely explodes, and it's nothing less just a blood puddle. Okay,
so now real quick. I know you know the answer to this, but in the episode of the show, do they say what his quirk is?
They don't really tell you. They just say that he can disintegrate anything. That's all they say. They didn't tell you. Like they show like I know in the Japanese they show Overhaul and say can tear anything apart, but they didn't say the whole quirk.
Right. Okay. So they have corked it. Okay. Oof. That was intense.
Yeah, he stroked his arm with just the ever so slightest touch, and completely blew him up. And what I really loved about it was that how Overhaul was instantly disgusted. He's like, "There's all this blood. I hate this." He doesn't like using his quirk. He doesn't like fighting, all that kind of stuff. But you saw how fast he was to react.
Yep.
Dude's got some skills. As soon as he did this, though, the League of Villains start jumping in, and I'm just like, y'all so stupid. Y'all stupid. Why would you jump in on a guy who you didn't even see really what he did? Right. First of all he did was touch him, and everything about him disappeared. Our portal guy jumps in, and Shigaraki's telling him, no, don't go. You just saw what happened. Shigaraki starts to get in close. The portal guy gets in a little bit closer, reaches his arm out, and Shizuki touches his hand again. Overhaul touches him one more time and takes his arm. Wasn't able to get his whole body, but we saw another one of those red bullets fire again, and it just barely missed Shigaraki.
Right before the portal dude can seal him.
But Overhaul took his arm, took the not Shigaraki's arm, but our portal guy's arm. And at this point, Shigaraki kind of gets everyone to back up, and we see Overhaul's goons come in. They all got the Plague Doctor mask on, all wearing all black. And I'm like, it's looking bad for y'all, villains.
You remember at the beginning? You remember at the beginning when he insulted the Yakuza? He insulted the Yakuza like, yo, they're an extinct species. No, bro. No, bro.
First of all, you're looking at the young head, the young mafioso.
They just laying low. 'Tis all.
He's a monster, and it's fire. It's fire. What I love though was how Overhaul put his glove back on and walked away and said, "Well, we both, ended up with a dead body on our hands."
Yeah, so we're even.
Yeah, because Shigaraki wasn't able to touch Overhaul because Overhaul called Shield, which is one of his pawns, came in and took, Shigaraki's hit and disintegrated him. But here's what I had to say about that, because the manga didn't represent this properly. Did you realize how strong Shigaraki was when he did that? Yeah. Because when he was fighting All Might and in other scenes, he was never able to disintegrate someone fast, right? Right. It had to either be like emotionally driven or something like that. I don't know what it was. But whenever he touched someone and tried to disintegrate them, it took time. It was seconds. This one, he touched him and it was like disintegrated, gone. And I was like, that almost acted as fast as Overhaul. Overhaul was an explosion. It was just in an instant. But Shigaraki was like, I touched you and boom, you just were gone.
He was snapped. Thanos snapped.
Yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, that's basically where our villain side ended. Did you want to take away the hero side?
I was gonna let you continue.
All right, bro, let's do it. So, on the hero tip, our heroes are in their dorms and they are getting ready to be assigned to work studies, basically. Yeah. And they get to work under heroes. So everyone's looking for a hero to go work with. We know before Midoriya worked with Old Head.
Gran Torino.
Gran Torino, yeah. Now, Gran Torino is busy and is unable to kind of like accommodate that. So
Gran Torino suggests that you work with All Might's sidekick.
Yeah. Who is Night Eye. So he's like, okay, cool. Midoriya Deku goes to All Might and said, hey, can you put me on with your sidekick? And this is kind of funny. Yeah. He's like, no, I don't really talk to him anymore, especially now knowing as I ended up just like he said I would. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Like, all right, cool. So like, what you gonna do then? Basically, they call Mario or Lemillion, my dude. I love this dude too. And out of my heroes, he's got to be like one of my actual favorite heroes. This dude's personality is the best. He calls Lemillion, and Lemillion comes into the office. You know, they call him over the PA system in school. You know, like they're like, "Ooh, you in trouble. Right. You gotta go see All Might." But Lemillion is with the other top 2 students in the school. So Lemillion's number 1 student in the school for becoming a hero. The number 2 is another guy who's there, and number 3 is the other girl who was there. So they're the top 3 student heroes in the school, and they got a chance to. They were kind of like talking. We got a chance to actually see them talk and cooperate with each other. Our boy Lemillion, though, is excited to go see All Might. He goes to see All Might, and we get to see Lemillion kind of be. He's still smiling and super energetic, but we get to see him be like a little bit more serious because he knows how serious Night Eye is.
Yeah.
So he asked Midoriya in the middle of Midoriya trying to get him to introduce him to Night Eye. You know, what kind of hero do you want to be?
Mm-hmm. That's when he gets serious and the smile drops just ever so slightly.
And Midoriya, he's in the thought process, and what he thinks about is like his mom worrying about him, and when he gets hurt and stuff like that. He says, "I want to be a hero who's able to save everyone and is strong enough to not have anyone worry about me."
Right.
And I'm just like, boom, that's a great answer. Because you was looking at him, you was looking at All Might, you was going to be like, I just want to be a hero that arrives and smiles. Don't do that, Midoriya. That's not what we want to hear. We want to hear you be original, because now your whole style has to change. You can't keep using your arms. You destroying yourself slowly. You got to level up, bro.
You got to level up. You got to level up that shoe style.
Right. And it's getting good. So basically, Lemillion Mario is like, okay, that's exactly what I would like to hear. So I'm going to go take you to him. Lemillion and Deku leave the room. And we get to see All Might think about how Lemillion would have been his first choice.
Yep, as successor.
If he had not met Deku or Midoriya to be his successor. And I'm just like, he literally has all of the perfect features. But that's what makes it a good contrast, right? Like if you compare Deku to Mario, is that Mario is too similar to All Might.
Right.
Where Mario may end up in a similar position that All Might is in now, whereas Deku is different.
Yeah, sure. You know? That's
So
what makes the show so great, man. Ugh.
That there's those parallels, right?
The dynamics is insane.
They could have easily given it to someone like Lemillion, and he would have been better than All Might, but he wouldn't have been anything like Deku. He's a completely different thing.
Yeah, you don't have a choice but to be better than All Might, because
that's how the quirk works.
That's what the quirk is. Yeah.
Yeah. But they make it, to Night Eye's office.
Oh yeah.
And before we get into Night Eye's office, we see him talking to his sidekick.
I thought it was gonna be something else.
Oh my god. So they didn't talk about Night Eye's quirk in this, which was hilarious. And
you already know what it is, of course, right?
I want to ask questions about that later, but
okay.
We see Night Eye and his sidekick talking, and she's giving him the rundown, and he looks at her and says, it's okay to smile, basically, and he looks super angry, like, and we're assuming it's because of his disposition. That's kind of how Lemillion talks about it. He says he doesn't smile very often, so he expects everyone else around him to smile and be funny and things like that, right?
Right.
And I'm like, okay, so Lemillion is always smiling, so it's never going to be an issue for Lemillion. But his sidekick didn't make him laugh, and she tried to, but she didn't make him laugh.
What did she try to do to make him laugh?
Oh my god, she was like, I can't remember what she did.
Me either. But it didn't work though.
It didn't work. And he straps her up and gets a little feather, like little foxtail thing, and tickles her till she starts crying. like she's like dying laughing. She's not actually like crying out in pain,
Right.
but she's like dying laughing because she's strapped to this thing and she's like being tickled. Meanwhile, Deku and Lemillion walk into the room, and Deku just like,
What the hell?
what is going on here? Lemillion got his smile on, obviously, and he's like, "Who are you?" And
Midoriya goes into his inner monologue and he talks.
Yeah, who are you and what are you here for? And he. So to me, this was so funny. You know, he's thinking about everything that Lemillion told him about how he likes funny people, and you have to impress him on the first time, or else he won't accept you. Right. And he goes and he starts rubbing his face, and he's like, "I've seen All Might do everything so many times, and I've practiced this so many times to where I basically got it perfect now." And he like mushes his face up and lifts his face back up, and he like smiles like, or tries to smile like he's All Might. And it says, "I'm Midoriya.
I am here."
Yeah. And Night Eye is like, now this is the best part to me though. Night Eye is like, "Are you trying to ridicule All Might?" And he looks angry. His eyes light up, and I'm just like,
look straight pissed, dude.
It's over for you, bro. So here's my question, because that's where it ends. Is that, what do you think Night Eye's quirk might be?
Man,
I'm not gonna give you any tips or hints or anything like that. I'm just asking, what do you think his quirk might be?
I don't even have a guess, to be 110% honest with you, because I mean, he looks. I think it's maybe like a intuition type deal, where he can like almost kind of see into the future, but he need laughs to do so. I don't know. That's the best guess I got, brother.
So Connor was saying it might be based off his eyes, where like when he looks at you, that it not necessarily takes your quirk away, but it like slows your quirk down.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say nothing.
Yeah, you can't, because you already know.
But I love Night Eye.
So he is in the manga, though.
He is in the manga 100%. This whole part is in the manga.
Okay, and he's actually All Might's sidekick for real.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Interesting. I don't know, man. He's super interesting, super intriguing. I can't wait to learn more about it. Like, next week is gonna be so incredible. I just can't wait. I cannot wait, dude. For both sides of it. Like, ugh. What they're doing with this show is incredible.
Yeah, I'm just happy. All this is so good.
I know, and I'm so happy that it comes simul-dubbed and subbed, and it's so quick.
Actually, it is. Like, when you think about it, it comes at a really good pace.
Like, at the same time.
To get them at the same time like that, yeah.
Like, I think it drops at like 5 o'clock in the morning or something ridiculous like that. Which is dope by me. It's dope by me. I'm looking forward to it. But with that, if you have any thoughts, questions, comments, and concerns you want to share with us, and share with the other listeners, feel free to write in at miccheckwaifuvaifu.com/contact. Don't forget to visit the teespring.com/stores/miccheckwaifuvaifu, as well as ludecomplex.com, and use the offer code waifu. Dude, I can't wait till next week to talk about My Hero 3. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be sick. And
yeah,
I got a lot of anime to catch up on to bring to you guys next week too. So if you guys enjoyed the show, make sure you rate us on iTunes. Follow us on Twitter. I'm at Polo Bornfly.
I'm at King Teliano.
And we out.
Peace.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
My sweet waifu.
Is that you?
One way